What's going on, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising? This is going to be your messages for May 2025. I'm going to cover a general message, singles, a past person if you're interested, and a current relationship if you are having issues in that relationship. I'll end it with a yes or no question, so think of a question throughout the reading, and we'll also do a message from a healing oracle deck, okay? So let's just get started with the general message. So I think especially this year, the first couple months of the year, and probably even last year as well, you have really been fighting some internal battles with yourself, within yourself, with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with who you are. And I think in May, you are coming to a really good place in your life in regards to that, okay? All the healing that you have done is paying off. I think you are more intentional and clear in what you want out of your life. Your mental clarity, Queen of Wands, it is here. The Empress is here. You are in touch with especially the more feminine and nurturing parts of yourself, okay? Page of Cups. You're at a point where you are ready to start stepping outside of yourself a little bit and start exploring. The Ace of Pentacles is here, the Ace of Cups is here, and the Nine of Swords is still here. So to me, it feels like you are at a place where opportunities are going to be starting to come to you, whether these be creative, business, connections of any kind, emotional connections, romantic connections, inspirations that you've been dreaming about. These opportunities are all starting to align because you've aligned with yourself, but you're still scared. You're potentially scared to take these opportunities because you're worried about regressing back into your old self. And the truth is that that's not going to happen. Temperance, judgment, justice, the Star, okay? You are in balance. I think that you've healed a lot more than you know, and I think that you're a lot stronger than you know. So you still also might be holding on to shame and some things in the past that you've done, and you still might be holding on to a bit of that shame, and that's why you're not sure if you should go forward with any new opportunities, okay, or why you're weary of them. But just know that the past doesn't make you who you are now, and you've done the work that you needed to do, okay? I feel that your karmic loops are over. I think that you are at justice with these. I think that everything is balanced out, and I think that you're ready to truly start living as your true self, okay? So don't be scared anymore of opportunities that come your way. It's time to start expanding your horizons and stop holding yourself back and due to being scared, okay? Because you've spent the time building the foundation. You're not going to crumble. So that's your general message, Libra. Single Libras, you have really been doing a lot of deep work on yourself. You have strengthened your intuition, and you're leading by that now. You don't just lead with your head, you don't just lead with your heart, but deep in your gut exactly what is right for you now, and you move towards the path of trusting it. You are truly stepping into a powerful place where you feel that the world is your oyster. Ideas are flowing through you, and you know that you have unlimited potential. So here's the thing. I think that you have been doing so much internal work that you are scared to let any other connections in. You feel like it will put you out of balance, and you're worried about having to make a choice between a union with a partnership or with yourself. But the truth is that when you're with the right person, you don't have to make that choice, because you both will be able to follow your own purpose, continue on your own path, do your own healing, but also do this together. So as long as you are calling in the right person, then you don't have to worry about losing yourself. So just know that you are whole and you don't need someone else to make you whole, and the right person will also be that way as well. The Sun card is here, happiest card in the deck. Once you realize that no one can take away parts of you anymore, then you truly will feel real happiness, joy, and wanting a union, or a union will be called to you that is truly fulfilling. The days of your heartbreak are over. Now, I do actually see someone coming towards you in May pretty quick here. They very likely are a air sign. They have also done a lot of transformational work on themselves. And I think that you will be so attracted to them that you're not really going to be thinking, oh, well, you'll be so attracted that you'll be pulled to them. And you won't really be in your head about making a decision of, oh, should I open myself up to this person or not? However, I do want to say that while you guys both have been doing the work, this new love opportunity, it could trigger or bring out some of the wounds that you both have been working on. And that's not a bad thing. How you handle it and deal with it and work through these things together is actually the point. And it's, to be honest, a point in relationships, because how do you figure out, has it really been fully integrated? Or will you be triggered back? And it's also okay to be triggered, but how are you going to handle the situation when you are triggered? So there are some triggers that will come up between you two. You both are at a place where you've done the work and transformation. So make sure that when these triggers arise, that you are stepping away, stepping into yourself, and not getting caught up in them, and realizing that there are triggers. And I actually see you and this person being able to do that, as long as you stay clear in your intentions, your boundaries, knowing what you want and knowing what you're going to accept. And you know what? You can only worry about yourself. You cannot worry about what the other person is going to do. So don't worry about what they're going to do. Just worry about how you handle yourself. If there's a potential that this could go bad, if you do get caught up emotionally, if you do allow these triggers to take control. So just make sure when you have them, you feel them and you step back, because this is honestly the ultimate test of how far you've come. I don't think that this will crack either of you. I think it'll actually be amazing to see, but just be weary to not let your fear and your need for control and trying to push down any shame or triggers, don't let that take control of you. But otherwise, so that's just a heads up, but this looks like you've done the work and this can be successful. Now, I don't know if this is your person, but this is definitely someone that is going to add to your life, okay? Libras that are inquiring about a past person, this is how you'll know that it's you. So this started off slowly. This started off as a very strong mental connection. You guys just got each other. Your conversations were like nothing you've ever experienced before. You truly communicated, had deep conversations, and you were able to open up and share so much with one another. And you guys were able to work together as a team as well. You really thought that this was your person. You saw everything. You saw marriage, you saw the house, the family, you saw everything within this person. But here's what happened. This person had a very bad heartbreak in the past. They were stabbed in the back quite a lot. And perhaps they got cheated on. Regardless, their heart was very broken. And while they had walked away from this person, the wounds are still there for them. And they started being triggered and coming back up because while they walked away from this past situation, they didn't truly work on the root causes of these wounds. So these started coming up. They started trying to be controlling. They started being reckless with their emotions, their behaviors, their demands. And you tried to have understanding for them and keep things balanced, but you ended up having to walk away because it just became too much. You couldn't prove to them that you weren't going to hurt them like the past person. And that's why you ended up having to leave. And just know that that is not your fault. Their wounding, their root causes, that is for them to heal. And if you did right by them and showed them who you were and truly gave them no reason to have these wounds come up, then that is not your fault. If you provided a trusting and safe environment for them, that is not your fault. You can't heal someone. They have to truly do the work and heal themselves. So what is this person doing in May? Well, they are feeling sorry for themselves. They are living in regret, and they are wishing that they didn't fuck this up. However, they're not working on their transformation. They're more so in the space of woe is me. They're still fighting, working on their true healing. And they're just basically in the place of feeling sorry for themselves. They want this. They want the marriage. They wish that you guys hadn't split. And I think you left them, right? But they are making up stories and basically giving themselves false stories and narratives, which is further not helping them. So for yourself, you have a lot of new opportunities that have been coming towards you. This still does hurt you a bit. You truly thought this was your partner. And while you are moving forward in your life, there is still a piece of you that is mourning this. But you have been doing the work day in, day out. You are doing the work of healing this. And I think that you are realizing that this wasn't about you. And it wasn't, okay? So just don't get into a thought process of blaming yourself. Because I feel like you could go in and out, well, I should have done this for them. I could have done this, could have done that. Because there's nothing that you could have done if they couldn't go deep and do that work. So Basically, Spirit's advice is stop blaming yourself. Stop thinking that you could have done more to help this person, because you were supportive, you were there for them, and you did give them grace and tried to help them heal. But that's not your job. So don't fight yourself. You need to completely let that go and just continue the work that you're doing for yourself. This karmic cycle is over. You're done. It's closed out. It's time to move on to happiness, celebration, true love. So just don't blame yourself for this. Remember this for what it was. Remember the love you shared. Remember the connection that was formed. But also remember that, once again, you can't be with someone that is unhealed and not able to do that work. And that's the bottom line. You can't fix someone. And you shouldn't have to. Your only responsibility is yourself. And if that person can't meet you there, then that's just unfortunately the way it is. So hope this person does the work. But for you, you got to know that it has nothing to do with you. You did your best, and stop getting in your head and fighting yourself about that, because there are better things coming for you, and there is someone coming towards you that is going to be healed and is going to be able to meet you. Libras, in a current relationship or dating situation. All right, the Tower. Shit went down. The foundations of your relationship completely crumbled. I think that this person that you were with, they were caught in some very painful lies, and all that came out. And instead of basically stepping up to the plate and realizing that they had wronged you, they instead tried to manipulate and defend their shitty decisions and the shitty things that they've done. And this has really ripped you guys apart. So you might not even actually be together right now. I think you're still maybe on and off, or you're like, you really have a strong connection with this person. So well, I think it's more that you don't want to believe that this person wasn't who they said they were, because they weren't. That's the truth. And you've been shown that. And even based on how they have reacted when the light has come to all their lies and all their bullshit, the way that they're dealing with things and trying to blame you truly actually shows even more so who they are. This person is not going to change. They're not true with themselves, and they're not true with you. This is dead, done, over with. I do think that this person, their energy, they are desperately trying to find someone to replace you right now, and not successfully, but they're trying to find anyone. And this is very hurtful to you, because this shows even more how truly you feel you didn't matter to them. Because how are they trying to find someone else? They won't even take responsibility, and they don't even want to try to actually do the work to make this okay. But you're laying back, you're stepping back, and you're watching this unfold. Because you're still hurt and you're feeling this emotionally and you're feeling betrayed, it is hard for you to close out this cycle. But Spirit is telling you that this cycle is over, okay? This person is just a shady, manipulative little shitbag. And it's time to take what you learned and use that to drive you and propel you forward. And the Ace of Cups is here twice, and the Three of Cups is here twice. So close this out. Start your new cycle. Learn the lessons, and learn that you shouldn't be so trusting with people who say who they are. You have to be shown who someone is, and you were shown. So just moving forward, don't fully put your emotions into something right away before you know someone. And I think that is kind of what happened here, and you painted a picture of who you thought this person was, but they just weren't that person. So close this out, heal, realize that this was a lesson to learn, to basically teach you that you shouldn't be falling for words. You need to fall for actions over time, okay? Because I think you liked what this person looked like on the outside, but on the inside, shitbag, they weren't there. So close this out, move forward. They are punished for their actions because they have to live with themselves. This isn't about you. You did right. And even look how they're behaving, trying to be with anyone and everyone to try and fill the void while breaking your heart, disrespecting you, but you are sitting back. So it's time to get up. It's time to move forward and continue doing you, continue focusing on yourself, and know that I think there's two really great opportunities of people that are going to come forward, and maybe they're not even romantic, or maybe there will be romantic as well as other soul connections that aren't. But regardless, I see a lot of happiness for you, and not just with one person, with a soul family. So yes, this was shit, but it's going to project you towards your full soul family, and with people that you resonate, you can trust, and that are who they say they are. Okay, so let's do the yes or no portion. Think of a question in your mind regarding this reading that you need an answer to, and the answer is going to be yes. You are right on time. Do it now. Seize the day. Your healing oracle is old conditioning release. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. Okay, so this is your May message. So Libras, do let me know if this resonated. Let me know what's going on. And if you are interested in a personal reading with clarity on your current situation, the information will be in the description box below. All right, good luck in May, Libras.